Hey friends, it's Plebotomus here, better known as Mark Clemens of Bravo Mark Press. Thought I would get back into videoing. Get back into videoing because I don't really do it like I used to. My daughter and I have a little channel, but not really been into it lately. So I was sent a book by Simon & Schuster to take a look at, and I thought, let's do it. Let's do a review on this book. So I just opened it up, and it is the Ultimate RPG Character Backstory Guide, Expanded Genres Edition. I haven't done any research on this. I don't know if this is a new edition, the Expanded Genres Edition. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. Anyway, this is what it is. It's by James D'Amato, who I've heard on the One Shot podcast. And he's apparently, according to the back of the book, he's also done a few other books like the Ultimate RPG Gameplay Guide, the Ultimate RPG Game Master's World Building Guide, and is the editor of the Ultimate Micro RPG book, which sounds familiar. I think I may have that laying around somewhere. So this is about taking your character to the next level. So there's a lot of stuff in this book, according to the back of it. It looks like it's all about creating characters in fantasy, sci-fi, horror, X-punk, which would be steampunk, cyberpunk. What's another good punk? Steampunk, cyberpunk, punk. I'm sure there are others out there. Biopunk, other stuff. Anyway, let's take a look. Let's see what we've got in here. So this book it's about 336 pages, including the little bits at the front and the back. It's in black and white primarily, but there is some blue text for headers and boxes, which is kind of nice. I'm a little bit color deficient here and there, so some of these blues look black to me in the headers, but I can pretty much pick out most of them. More obvious here, of course. And this book is a nice size. Where's one of mine? This is, so I made this one, and they're roughly the same size. Mine's a little bigger. But yeah, this is about the size that I like. I'm not a big fan of 8.5 by 11 size. I like something I can grip easily and flip through it. So I like this size. So what do we have in here? We have, as I said, chapters on different genres, Western, all sorts of things. So this book is about creating backstories. Prompts. We have lots of interesting things in here. We have food, sound, futuristic gadgets, ways to stay in touch. Here's a page on youthful indiscretions. So it's kind of a worksheet sort of book. This one talks about what youthful indiscretion you committed early on in your life. And you can pick two as to what inspired you to commit this crime: passion, desperation, ignorance, arrogance, outside forces, or survival. And then what happened? Choose 1 to 3. And you have options like something was broken, something was taken, someone got hurt, contraband was found. And then there are questions like, what did you intend to do? How did it spin out of control? Why were you caught? How did you avoid a worse consequence? And when does this haunt you? So that's a good example of some backstory that we've got in here. We've got, here's a superhero bit about daring escapes and impossible situations that you may have gotten out of in the past. Physique. So these are prompts about what you might look like. What's your clothing like? Is it patched, worn, or stained? Are your muscles displayed to minimize the strain on your clothes or obvious beneath the tailoring? So what kind of clothing you have? Here's another one on what are you wearing? where we roll 1d8. With sort of tops, bottoms, covers, accessories, that sort of thing. Here's a bit on confessions. Some samples of history that you may have with other player characters. This is common in a lot of modern games. Powered by the Apocalypse style games have this a lot. What happened? And then you can roll on a little chart here. A foolish misadventure, a moment of intimacy. We did work we are not proud of. And then how you feel about it. Are you afraid to be... I can't talk today. Have you noticed that? Afraid to be vulnerable. Are you concerned that the past could catch up with us? Angry at each other whenever we start to think about it. Changes to your body. This looks like superhero again. Here's stuff about your animal. If you have a steed. Endurance, cleverness. There is a lot of information in here about backstories, cultural identity that you carry with you. That's an interesting bit. Is your character proud of their cultural identity? Yes or no? Did they mostly have a positive experience growing up? And so on. So there's a lot of rolling here and there. There's a lot of prompts that you can either write in the book, of course, or just keep it in your head. You don't have to write it down in the book. Make some scrap paper. Lots of interesting and quick ways. I can see just grabbing this book for, I need an idea for my character. Grab it, flip through it, and I get, here's a section on Westerns. Roll a d20 3 times and answer the corresponding questions. And these could be used not just for Westerns, but for anything. What environmental danger has your character learned needs to be respected? And what did it cost them? What do you believe in? What's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? What do you love that your... What thing that most people love does your character despise? Prestige television, maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff in here. Let's see. I like to check out the index in a book. What's our index look like here? It looks pretty good. We've got about six or seven pages. Seems decent. I like a lot of cross-referencing. Let's see what we got here. Western genre, and then under Western genre, there are multiple things. I'm going to look at clothing. So if it were me, I would like to have a clothing item in the index as well, and then see Western and other types of clothing under that. Let's see. We do. We have clothing as a header, also in the index. It's not broken down by type, but it does give all the page numbers you can find clothing on. So the index looks solid. The table of contents is what you would expect. And introduction. Yeah, this seems like a good book. Pick it up, flip through it, find something for your character if you don't feel like sitting down and reading through and picking out a bunch of items. You don't have to do that. Easy enough to grab a couple things, run with it. This book is out now. I know because I've seen it in the store. It is $15.99, which is a solid price. It's fine. Yeah. So if you're the kind of person who wants backstory for your characters, who wants a really easy way to just grab something and build it onto your PC, this seems like a solid product to me. Some of these things you can find online. You can do a Google search for, character ideas, but you're going to not get anything that looks as well detailed as this, in my opinion. Not without doing a lot of digging. This you can have on your bookshelf. It's a good size. You fit it in your gaming bag, share it around the table. It's a good book. From what I can tell, seems to be a solid solid book. So that's it. Those are my thoughts on the Ultimate RPG Character Backstory Guide, Expanded Genres Edition. Like I said, I'm going to try and make some more videos. If you like these, if you want to see me look at something, maybe I could give it a shot. That's it. So we'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching. Bye. I had a stop button around here somewhere. I swear I did. That wasn't it either. We'll get it. We'll get it.